Guys, Andy from Sales Rocket here, and I want to just go through and show you some of the fantastic updates that the development team has recently put into place inside automation flows. So on the left hand side here, automations, clicking on create automation, you will now see in the CRM section that there's some significant updates. So first of all, the create example contact has been replaced with create contact. And now what happens is you're able to create a contact. So for example, if somebody submits a form, and one of my use cases is like martial arts schools or actual schools, where you want to record both the parent or both parents plus the child or children, I may need to create multiple contacts. And you can now do that very, very easily here. And you can add additional fields like emailed, make them the same. You can add in tags, you can add in notes, you can add in the S12345, and that's just looking at the fields that you can add in there. So that's fantastic. Now, when you pair that with the next thing I'm going to show you, the update item, it really brings this to the next level. But alongside contact, there's also example contact. So that basically allows us, and for those of you that white label our platform, that allows us to add in example contacts on new sub accounts so that they see exactly what it's going to look like, rather than having a blank account with nothing in there to begin with. And you can also create companies here now from scratch. You can choose the name, you can choose any of these different merge fields, and you can add any of these fields to the company. So that's the first thing, that's create contact, and it is really going to help you if you've got things like martial arts schools or anything where you need to record multiple contacts. This is really, really useful. Now we've then got lookup contact, which has been changed slightly. You will see now, if I just changed this to email, okay, so ordinarily when somebody submits an opt-in form, we collect their email address and you then want to merge it with the old contact. But you might want to preserve the contact owner. So we've added this little toggle now, so you can choose if you want to preserve the contact owner or if you want to, and you'll actually see if you click on it, it gives you more information. New duplicate contact not created. Delete existing older contact or do nothing and have a yes/no branch. But for most of you, when you want to merge contacts, this is it. And you've now got a nice little toggle if you want to preserve the contact owner, which again is fantastic. But that's not the big thing. The big thing is this update item, which is actually a replacement for update pipeline item. Now, if I could just drag this on and walk you through this now. The first option is pipeline item. But when you click it, you can now update global variables, you can update contacts, you can update companies, and you can update form submissions. So let's just take these step at a time. You've already seen update pipeline item. This works just the same as before, and which I explained a couple of weeks ago on the update pipeline step. And this is now the next iteration of that, where rather than just updating pipeline items, you can now create and update global variables. Now, inside global variables, if you've got folders, it will actually show in here. So you can select exactly where you want to create or update the global variable. And so it does tell you here, we will update based on the folder path and the key. If no variable is found, then it'll be created. So that's fantastic. It means that if you haven't got it, it'll be created. And if you have got it, it'll be updated. And you can now use, for example, merge fields from here as global variables, which is awesome. And that allows you to do it both ways now. So we can even have global variables that become merge fields. So awesome. And that's create and update. Even though it's under the update item, you can actually create global variables now straight through a flow. Now, updating a contact, you've now got the ability to update all of the fields inside of a contact profile, which is really cool. That helps a lot with things like updating emails, updating phone numbers, that kind of stuff, if you need to do it in bulk or if you need to update tags for specific groups of people or whatever. And then we've got update company, very similar to updating contact. It's got their fields. But one of the parts that's really got me excited is the ability to update form submissions. So as you know, we treat our form submissions just like custom fields. And so now you can update any form. Now this is a Mickey Mouse demo account, so that this has got nothing in there at all. But you can update any form that's ever been submitted, and you can update the latest only, or you can update all of them. Okay, so what I mean by that is the contact that goes through here, you can update their form submission data, and you can do it for the latest, or you can do it for all the times they've been through that form. So that's fantastic there as well. Now we've got a couple of other things coming in the very near future as well. So right now, I'm going to just tell you this because it's going to be coming out soon. So you can see add remove tag, and right now this works on contact tags. But we actually have pipeline tags, we have company tags, we have order tags. And so right now you can only add contact tags inside of a flow. And what we're going to be doing is adding the ability, and there'll be an extra drop down box in here, and you'll be able to add tag, remove tag, remove all tags, accept. That will still be there, but you'll then be able to choose whether it's a contact tag, a purchase tag, or sorry, an order tag, I think there's an automation tag, a page tag. There's about 4 different types of tags that you can add, and you will have the option there to choose which type of tag it is that you want to add, which is brilliant in terms of you being able to add information to specific orders, adding information to specific automations, and you're actually tagging those things rather than just the contact, which is really cool. Okay, there was one more thing I wanted to show you here as well. Let's see if I can think what it was and find it. Done that. Ah, yes, the condition step. So in the condition step, this has been changed recently. Previously, you used to have to use the data step, the data set for condition. You would then choose opportunity, task, or calls, okay, and then you would feed that information. You'd choose any of this stuff here, and you'd feed that into the condition step. Now we've pretty much got rid of the need for that data for condition step and built it all into the condition. So now you can click on this drop down, and for example, you can now say if a task has a due date within the last, before, after, you can choose all of this, let's say within the last 3 days, save, and now you could do something if the due date's within the last 3 days. You can also through here choose not within the last X days, within the last X hours, not within the last X hours, before, after. So there's options there. You've got opportunities, and in here you can choose date closed, date completed, date created. So X number of days after it's created, you can trigger things. There's a lot of stuff that you can do now from a pipeline standpoint, an opportunity standpoint, but there's more than that as well, because we've also got then billing options in here, flow options in here on conditions, and I think calls are in there now as well. So the calls is just total count, but we're going to be feeding through some of the data step for calls into this as well in future. Right now, you still need the data set for calls, but otherwise all the opportunity data is now built into the condition step, which makes it a lot better and easier for you to use. So that gives you a real run through of everything that's changed or been updated. First of all, the condition step now has more in there. The data services, this is not live yet, but soon you'll have the ability to add and remove different types of tags, orders, contact tags, that kind of stuff. And in the CRM, we've got create a contact, create a company, create an example contact. Lookup contacts now allow you to keep or preserve contact owners. And we've also got this huge new update item step, which allows you to update pipeline items, allows you to create or update global variables, update existing contacts, update companies, and update the latest or all form submissions for any contacts that go through the flow. As you can see, this is really going to help you with building your automations out inside the platform. We're really excited about it. Let me know what you think in the comments below.